Good morning, dear students. As we had discussed some basic elements of a form like text box, password, checkbox, radio, button, submit, and reset elements. Apart from these 7 basic elements, we have also discussed text area and drop down list box element. Now, moving further, in newly updated syllabus of advanced web programming, or I can say that web designing, you have to study some other elements of a form. So in the given table, some HTML form elements are displayed. So we'll start one by one. First is input type color. So what is the meaning of this element? So it is used to define a color picker. Means what? If you want to set any color to the selected text, then you can select that color by using color picker. It works like a color picker of MS Paint application window. Second is input type number. Whenever there is a need to define a field or element which accepts only a number numeric values, that is 0 to 9, at the same time you can use input type equal to number. Now sometimes according to the user's need, you have to provide a box which allows you to enter the universal resource locator, that is a website address. So it starts with HTTP, that is hypertext transfer protocol. So such kind of element can be introduced by using input type equal to URL. Now moving further, next is input type equal to image. So it defines an image which should be placed on a submit button. That means it acts as a background image to the submit button. As we discussed, the submit button in the 11th standard, it is used to send data from client to server. If you want to display any image on that button element, so you can use input type equal to image. Henceforward then input type equal to date. So what is the meaning of this input type equal date? So it defines a date picker with the year, month and day. So in the 11th standard, we have gone through the concept of drop down list. We have created 3 separate drop down lists for day, month and year. Now in the 12th standard, there is a ready-made element of a form named as date, and by using this date you can directly accept the values in the form of year, month and day. So no need to type separately in the 3 separate boxes. So within one box you can enter your whole date. After that, input type equal to email. So if there is need to accept an email address from the user, then you can use input type is equal to email element. The next is input type equal to month. As we know that month accepts values from 1 to 31, 1 to 12. So here it defines a month and year control in the format of 4 times y means whole year with 4 digits, and 2m means what? Only that numeric values of the month, that is 01, 02 up to 12. Now next is input type equal to range. So it defines the range. That means if you want to set the value which falls in between 2 numbers, then you can use the input type equal to range. So default range is 0 to 100. Now next is input type equal to date time dash local. It defines the date picker that includes the year, month, day and time. It works as the same as a date and time, date and separately time. So by combining that two, you can go for date and time itself. Next is input type equal to time. So it defines the control for entering a time. That means, as we know that time is in the format of HH, MM and SS. So HS stands for hours, minutes and seconds. Now next is input type equal to time. So it defines a control for entering a time. Then input type equal to week. It defines a week and year control. Input type equal to search. So as we know that there is a text box who allows you to enter some keyword which through which search can be moved further. So it defines a text field for entering a search string like a site search or Google search. Now next is input type equal to file. So it defines a file select field and a browse button for file upload. Normally the application of this particular element we had discussed while creating a while sending an email to another person or your friends. So at the same time, if you want to send your photographs or something else to your friend, so at that time you are supposed to upload or attach a file. So that attachment or uploading a file is the application of this input type equal to field element. So by using this you can provide a browse button on the form itself so that anyone can select the path to upload the file by using the set button itself. Then input type equal to tail. So what is the means of this tail? So tail stands for telephone. If you want to provide the facility to user to accept the telephone number in the various formats, so you can go for this tail element. That is, it is used to define input field that should contain a telephone number. So these are some elements introduced in the 12th standard syllabus. So next is input restrictions. So whatever elements introduced in this particular syllabus, so you can also control or you can also set validations by using the following attributes of an input tag. So first attribute given here, disable. So it specifies that an input field should be disabled. Means what? While viewing the form on a browser, the said field, that is said element whose value is disabled, will not be visualized to the user. So it will not be displayed on a form. Max, second attribute of input tag. So it specifies the maximum value for an input field. Means what is the max value, and that should be entered in a text box itself. Next is minimum. That means as you can set a maximum field value, also you can set a minimum value. So it specifies the minimum value for an input field. So these particular two attributes of a input tag used when you want to set or you want to accept range values, so that lies between that two values. So you can go for max and min attribute for the element itself. Next is pattern. So it specifies the regular expression to check the input values. So in which format you want to accept that values, that format should be provided by using pattern attribute of input tag. Now next is read only. So what is the meaning of this read only? So when you see that or view that form on a web page, you will only read the content of that particular element. You cannot update or you cannot write anything in that particular element. So this is strictly provided by using the read only attribute of the input tag. Now next is placeholder. So what is the meaning of placeholder? As we have discussed this placeholder in the text area. So placeholder is nothing but it provides a text. That means it provides the hint to the user that what should be entered in the provided element itself. So this acts as a temporary label showing the purpose of text field without requiring a label tag. Means once you specify the text as a placeholder, there is no need to assign any label to the element itself. Then required. This attribute we discussed earlier. That is, required means what? You should enter at least one character in the given field or given element. So specifies that an input field is required. That means value should be filled out. So you can't keep as a empty. Next is autocomplete. So it specifies whether a form or input field should have autocomplete on or off. So autocomplete means what? Automatically that values will be completed when user enters incomplete values. Autofocus. Autofocus specifies the input field that should automatically get focus when the page loads. Means suppose if you have 4 elements, 4 text boxes in your form, and when you execute or even when you run that particular application through browser, whenever that form is loaded in a browser application, I want to set the cursor, that is focus, to the 4th element. Then definitely autofocus attribute should be written inside the fourth text box. Next is height and width. It specifies the height and width of an image. This particularly this height and width will be fired with the image element of a form. And the last one is multiple. So it specifies that the user is allowed to enter more than one value in the given input element. So specifically, when you want to allow more than one entries, you can use the multiple attribute of input tag. Already we discussed this multiple in the select tag. So that is used for selection of more than one value. Here the multiple attribute is used to enter the values that is more than one value in the input element. So this works with the input type like email and file. Now after these particular attributes, we will discuss one program, and I had taken some elements of newly updated syllabus. So write down this code by pressing pause button. So I am going to read that particular code over here. So here less than exclamation mark doc type HTML. So as we know that this is the standard I can say that syntax of HTML file language. So after that HTML tag, then head tag, title here form in HTML5 /title /head body. Now here we have started with the form tag. So first element that I introduced with the label as name, and that element is input type equal to text. Input type equal to text. And here I provided one attribute that is autocomplete. That means I want to autocomplete the values of this particular text box. Now next is email. So for that I had introduced the one element, that is a email element, input type equal to email, and its name is email. So this name is the name is controlled by the user, that the according to user choice or need, user can assign the name to the provided element. After this, date of inception. So what is the inception? So here I can go for inception means what? When it was introduced or established. So this term is related to the various kinds of operations. If I will go for the organization level, so date of inception for the organization means what? When it was established. So here for that I had taken the type as date, and name I had assigned that is birthday or b-day. Then office time, input type equal to time. As it takes the value in the form of time, I will go for time. As this date of inception takes value in the form of date, so I had went with the date itself. So number of years completed. Now here see, number of years completed means what? It should be between 1 to 100. So value should be entered in that box. That means I want to restrict the user to enter minimum value as a 1 and maximum value as a 100. So for this I can go for input type equal to number, because 1 to 100 are the digits, and that should be accepted by only a number element of a form. So I had provided mean is equal to 1, as I discussed this attribute in the previous slide. So mean means what? Minimum value should be accepted, that is 1, and maximum value should be 100, that is introduced by the max attribute. After that, office phone number. So here obviously if you want to allow or accept the phone number, then there should be a element referred as tel, that is telephone, and its name is phone over here. So pattern. So what is the meaning of pattern? See, as I told you that the value should be entered in the provided pattern. So this is the validation or restriction to the user or visitor, that visitor should enter the value with the provided pattern itself. Now here 0-9. What is the meaning of this 0-9? So 0-9 means what? It allows only digits from 0 to 9, and how much digits first I want to allow, that is in curly bracket I have provided 2 here. Curly bracket 2 means what? From 0 to 9 digit I want to take only 2 digits, any 2 digits of which lies between 0 to 9. After that I had made over here dash. Dash means what? After that I want to separate, or I want to represent dash after that 2 digits, and the next is 0 to 9. Again 0 to 9 means again I want to accept values from 0 to 9 digits, and that value should be how much? 10. So curly bracket represent 10 digits. So The number format, I will demonstrate this particular pattern when we'll execute this code. Then here required means what? You must enter phone number, that is required, mandatory field. So this mandatory field is nothing but required. You should enter at least that particular value in the provided element itself. Then add your home page. So what is the meaning of home page? If you want to add any uniform resource locator, that is URL, address of the website. So here the type of that particular value should be URL. So input type equal to URL as mentioned over here, name according to the user choice. And then I had went for the this one, I can say that input type image. So here src is equal to e:submit button dot png. So here this is the extension which assigned to the image itself, and which is in a small pixel format. So here alert means what? ALT, it stands for alternative text. So when for suppose any case, if browser is able to load that image or that particular provided image on a page itself, then in place of that, this click here to submit text will be highlighted on the button itself. So here input type is equal to image. So here definitely it works as a submit button, but in place of that I want to display only the image, therefore as submit button dot png. So this is the part we discussed over here. Now we'll go for the executing this code. So this is the output of the code. I had given some link over here to see that output. So here click here to see the output. Now I'm going to click on that. So definitely that particular form will be displayed over here. Now here you are supposed to type name. Suppose I want to go for name, and then I entered email address. Suppose my email address is meet SATCHAVEN, like this I enter over. Suppose now here date of inception, you can click for DD. Here are the upward and downward arrows. You can increase the value as well as decrease the value according to your choice. Month, again you can increase or decrease. Year also you can increase or decrease. Here also office time, HH hours. Then here second is minutes, and you can go for SS for here I can go for AM or PM. Then number of, here the format is as HH and MM, that is hours and minutes. Seconds are not provided. Okay, number of years between, that should be completed between 1 to 100. So you can type or you can select or insert by using this upward arrow or downward arrow. You can go for, but keep in mind the value should be in between. Either you can type directly 35, so it is possible, or you can increase or decrease that value by using the provided arrows. But keep in mind value should not be more than 102. Definitely it will go for that. So here keep in mind value should be in between 1 to 100. So here I am going to provide 90. So here phone number, as far as my knowledge is concerned, the office phone number, that is mobile number is, suppose that is mobile number is of 10 digits, that is 97001677, and go for image, that is you can go for this as a URL. Now when you are going to click on this submit button, that is image, which is not displayed over here because it is not present in my computer system. So click on that. First of all it will check the validations, and in that validations it will search for the required values of the same. So here what just a minute, I will increase the, so you can understand. So here please include an @ in the email address meet@7 is added is missing. So you should write something, that is email address, you know that it should contains @ and one character, that is dot. So @ and dot should be present in the meet. I had entered, again I am to click on a clip. Now that error has went. So here the error of email has went. Now the error is of please, what is that? Please match the requested format. So whatever format you assign, that is first you want 2 digits in between 0 to 9, then you went for the dash and then your mobile number. So here you can now click on OK. Once you entered all the values with the provided space or with the provided criterias and validations, definitely your form will be accepted. So this is all about the concept of HTML5 with its updated elements. Thank you.